All right, we're back. We'll wait for some people to come on the live. This is pretty much the last of my sanding I'm going to be doing. I wonder, can we just... What's up, Traveler Flies? Oh, what's up, Davin? There we go. That's better. Yeah, I guess I'm up late. Nah, it's not even that late. Well, not, it's late for a HiFishGear live. No doubt. All right, if you guys have not been following, this is probably one of the most trashed Penn 8500 spinning reels that I pretty much... Well, I've probably seen some that are a little bit worse, but it is going to be sent off to... What's up, JP? It's going to be sent off to a guy that I know that does powder coating. He's been doing powder coating for a shop in a while. He's pretty excited about the project. He's going to do a final sandblast of these. And I had already had intentions of doing some sanding, so I'm going to do a little goofing around and a little sanding tonight, just before I mail them out to him tomorrow. And the next video in this series will probably just be me cleaning up the loose parts while he takes his time and does a really good job on the body. Bro, that paint is thick. Yeah, I think you're gonna just sand away. So we have our first donor part from the other reel. And while I was trying to drill out the handle, fucking snapped the OG handle. Broke it. A little bit too much mana while trying to get it out. So I'm just going to be doing some little detail sanding while I talk story with you guys. There's 20 of you watching right now. I want to try a little magic, if you guys wouldn't mind. Go ahead and hit the like button. Let's see how many people we can get coming here on the live. And if you happen to be one of the strangers that just wound up on this channel, this is kind of a little experimentation. It's a little bit out of the norm from our normal video format. We are a tackle shop in Ewa Beach, Hawaii. And some of the guys commenting right now are good customers. Been following us for a while. Plan on doing some more projects like this down the road. I haven't done a project reel in quite a while, guys. And this is actually one of those little projects that I've been kind of dreaming about a little bit. And I figured it's going to be a little bit of a learning experience. I just recently took apart and put back together a 850 SS spin fisher, the first gen. Well, I guess it's technically the second gen. I was just looking up parts on Mystic Reel Parts. I might need some, I need some bearings for sure. But I might need some screws and stuff too, so I started looking up parts, and you know, when you're looking up parts, you learn a little bit more about the stuff that you're working on. I got this off. I wanted to make sure there was a little brass knob on the back of this. That's one I might need to buy too. But that brass knob was really in there because of the salt. electrolysis, I think it's called, where you get two metals that basically bond together, and it basically just welds the welds the two metals together. All right. So, hey, look at that. See, you guys we got more people watching now because you guys like the video. Let's try another round. Let's see if we can get 100. We had 100 viewers last night. That's not gonna work, dude. This is a last minute addition. So I didn't get a chance to use the citrus stripper, which is probably where I'm gonna probably not really sand this all the way. Yeah, so E-Fire. This shit works like a boss, bro. This citrus strip. I've been using it for most of the other parts of it. It works like a champ. But this part I did not get a chance to soak it. I was thinking about maybe just starting it, and then you might not be able to see that part done before I send it off to the powder coater. But I am going to hit this guy up a little bit more and see if I can clean this up just a little bit more. This one for sure, because this one I never even sanded. And this one was soaked in, see? It just comes right off because it's been soaked in, I did it pretty much for like 3 or 4 hours. The citrus strip. Bro, if you guys saw how bad this reel was, you'd even be even more impressed. But it's going to be a full breakdown. Yeah, there's some paint that didn't come off. I tell you, the sandblasting, once he offered to sandblast and record a little bit of the sandblasting, I knew. I was like, oh man, I really wanted to sand. But now that I got them in my back pocket, I'm not really too into sanding. I might mess around a little bit. Scratch it up nice. It is going to be unique, dude. Don't you worry about that. These reels are kind of dime a dozen, dude. And I wanted to do something a little special, but it's not going to be too far away. It's not going to be freaky. It'll be traditional, but with a brand new flair. Don't mind me. I just like jumping all over the place, like ADD sanding. I'll do a little sanding. I'll do a little scraping. Well, these reels, man, they hold they're pretty legendary, not just in Hawaii, but across the U.S. That spin fisher, man. Oh, I think a lot of other reel companies had a hard time even competing with these reels. Brass components, like it was a saltwater beast. Brass and steel, that Penn gold, golden black. And in Hawaii, man, you know, we had 80s and 90s. There were a lot of Japanese reels that were available. But I tell you right now, guys in Hawaii were all about the Penn spin fisher. All the different sizes. It's gonna be an oven bake powder coat. What's up, Chris? I think the first custom reel I ever did was I bought a. I really wanted a Jigmaster high speed. I had just learned about them. I never, in my years of buying and selling reels, I hadn't heard of the Jigmaster high speed. It was right when I started geeking out on reels. I just heard about the Jigmaster high speed. Went on eBay, found one, bought it, and when it came in, I realized why it was so cheap. The guy did a really poor job of showcasing what was wrong with it. What's up, Hawaii Hooked? Hawaii Hooked, have you watched all the episodes so far, all the parts? Maybe just part 2, 3, and this is 4. Welcome back. So, just to give you a little recap, this is kind of like my final foot around sand. This is going out to be sandblasted and powder coated by Brother Jess, aka Kataya, on Instagram. Had a little conversation with him. Told him what I was doing. He was pretty excited about it. It's gonna be epic, man. I agree. It is gonna be epic. Showed him some pictures of. I tell you that right now. Like, I only do a little bit off-camera work. When I do the citrus strip, I don't think you guys want to watch me wash it. Maybe you did. If I had a cleaning station with a camera set up, I would probably have done it on camera. But like, basically, rinsed off the citrus strip and had a little bit of trial and error with getting that knob out. That knob was really stuck. And then also the handle was a nightmare because this screw that was in there was seized on both reels, actually. The donor reel. While I was trying to drill out the old stock handle, those handles are gross, dude. Little rubber triangle things. I want to put a Gomex's knob on this. See, I'm ruining surprises. But I definitely want to put a Gomex's knob on it. Do I have my drill here? Yeah, I do. Should probably use those sanding discs. Heavy grit. I was thinking about how the hell am I going to sand in there? See that right there? That is Sandblaster written all over it. Hey, you guys definitely come down. Swap meet tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Normally, I keep track of how many guys are coming down. And this week, I'm just like, come on down, come on down. We might be a little overbooked on the tables, but you know what? We'll make do. We'll we'll make room. There we go. Gotta do a little more rotation, I guess, on my sanding. Little circular motion. Yeah, there you go. This one's the one that's actually kind of pitted. Is the regular 344 tib kit the same as a Super Noel kit? No, a Super Noel kit is approximately 1/4 of an inch wider than the 344 kit. It is a little bit wider. I think it's 3 inches wide. So it's technically no longer a 344. We should rename it. We should figure out the line capacity exactly. And we should rename it like the 3, call it the 3.5. I don't know. You probably get about 200. Maybe the 3.5 50-pound test. You're probably going to get like maybe 220, 230. So the 352 sounds nice, huh, Chris? The 352 kit. The razor blade, huh? Make you nervous, huh? Put a little bit tension on them. Slice your finger. As soon as I feel a little tension, I'm watching, making sure. Use the Milwaukee claw knife for drywall. What was that, just for scraping the corners and stuff? Yeah. All right, let me get a new piece of sandpaper. I also need to get some water. Do a little of this wet after I get rid of all this dry. So that is all the parts that I'm sending out right there. That is all the parts I'm sending out to be painted. You got the gearbox, the side plate, the rotor, and you have the arm. And then you have, this is a part of the bail. That cleaned up nice, dude. I didn't even have to sand that. I think it just might have been really oxidized. Yeah, there's a Super Newell kit. It's basically the Super Jig Master. Krisky, I think that might be Soakum half hour. Oh, you talking about with like the citrus strip? Yeah. Let me see, where's my little container? Oh, it's right here. And I can pour some of my water in it. Take apart your thorium C diesels. What's going on, dude? Corey. Hey, by the way, guys, industrial paint strip. Yeah. You know what? I wanted to try this. I was thinking it wasn't like super toxic and stuff. Oh, that paint and fingerprints. I thought it was like not toxic, but no harmful fumes. But the first moment I took it out of the container, I was like, hey, let me read the, oh yeah, causes burns, avoid contact with skin. I had to put on gloves. All right, let me check real quick. I got somebody knocking. All right. Double glove. I burned my hand with aircraft. Nah, I'm not gonna. This is all gonna be low impact stuff. What did I want to do? What did I? So much to do. So the whole thing was, this is gonna be sent off to a powder coater, and he has a sandblaster. So all this work I'm gonna be doing, he's gonna be sandblasting the insides pretty good, and he'll be basically redoing any of the work that I already did. So we'll have a nice bare metal. I actually looked at a sandblasting tabletop sandblaster. Only issue is I don't think we have enough space at the shop for it. So 86 that idea. We do have space for it, but I mean it's only going to get used what? Not very often. So kind of pointless. Used to have a solvent tank where just sit parts outside, touch the stuff and spray them. So with the solvent tanks, there's a water collection on the bottom, like a drain. It drains into a like a 5-gallon bucket below it. I was looking at those too. I watch a lot of restoration videos, guys. And if you guys, I'm not trying to get you to leave this video right now, but there is a guy in Switzerland. His YouTube channel is called My Mechanics. This guy is the ultimate. Like I don't turn on notifications from my phone. But I'm tempted to just, if he dropped a video tonight, I'd probably be up late. He is just the OCD. He's like an OCD machinist. It's incredible. It's called My Mechanics. The Penn Gomex's power handle 92 minutes on the website. Battle 3, will it fit the Ben Battle 4? I do not know, Nathan. I do not know. I'll try to communicate that with Wallace tomorrow and see if we need to update it. I think it does, but I'm not 100% sure. If you're looking at buying it tonight, bro, just bring your reel down tomorrow if you're coming to the swap meet. I don't know. You're a pickup, right? After shopping with you guys for a while, I finally had a fish worth bringing up. Oh, right on, dude. What'd you catch? $16.9. Right on, bro. All right, local Lord Alcatraz. This is a Penn, USA made Penn spin fisher. This is an 8500. This was made probably in the early 80s. And at some point, this specific reel was submersed in the ocean. I've spent the last few days. No, Krisky, I would not. I spent the last few days taking it apart, piece by piece. I have it completely dismantled, and these parts right here are gonna go to a guy who's gonna sandblast them tomorrow, and powder coat them to my my colors that I want. I want to see if did I forget any? No, I think that's it. That's all the painted colors. Take a look at the reel again. It's that component, the rotor. Yep, that's it. I have a donor reel that I refer to. I don't think I missed anything. So those parts are going to get mailed out to brother Jesse, who's going to sandblast everything. You know what, Lord Alcatraz, they do not. They do not make them like this anymore. I do like the new spin fishers. They're pretty good. Acetone and brass. I'm in a confined space, so don't worry. It's all getting sandblasted and powered coating. Whatever I'm doing right now is just basically goofing off, to be perfectly honest. I do have some acetone though. I wonder if that would. Maybe I should go get some acetone and see. Acetone's not too bad on the fumes. I like the smell of the acetone that my. Oh, I'm talking the nail polish remover. It's got stuff that makes my skin feel soft. Subrain. I have an old bust up medium power nitro missing the whole top section. How much would you cost to fix some Hawaii hook? Come on. Not worth it. Unless it's a Hawaii gold. You think it would get that paint off? You got to keep in mind that this reel, I've already did the citrus strip. I already did that on this part, and you know it got down any non-mineral reactive crude. All right, well let's try it. Let me go get a little bottle of acetone. I'm gonna put some gloves on probably. Let's give it a little shoosh shoosh shoosh. You know what? Usually when I'll do something more serious, I figured the metal can from the hardware store that just says acetone on it would probably be the best one. Thank you. Oh, this one is just straight 100% acetone. And this one has vitamin E. MPK is what we use to really clean aircraft parts made of metal. It will eat plastics. All right. Well, this is 100%, it says. Professional strength, this one. You like a tone? Spot test on the inside. Good call, Christy. And a brass. And a brass brush. Holy shit. Bro, that's just dissolving. Now huff that fucker. Bruh. Good call, dude. That just... I don't know if you can see it. Bro, that just started eating it away. See, you learned something new, bro. And don't be too... I know what I'm doing. I don't. Bro. Fucking magic. Who is that? Who is that? Please wear eye protection. Thank you, Tiger20, bro. Appreciate that. Killer. Bro, I just started dissolving. Let's check it on the thicker part. Here, this is the part that I didn't even get a chance to strip. Yeah, hey, everybody watching right now, 21 of you, watch the video. Let's see. Like the video, everybody. What do? You just soak it in there? Last thing you need is a brass acetone. Oh, okay. Oh, no shit. He probably had a wire wheel, though. And if anybody's watching and you got suggestions, I am all ears, yo. I'm not too too stubborn or too egotistical, they're not going to listen and take advice. I got some great advice so far. Like right now, acetone for small spots. Yeah, wire wheel is just moving parts. That's just fucking dangerous. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at it, just scrubbing, up. I forget that the acetone kind of evaporates. You know, I haven't even smelled any of the fumes yet. All right, Tiger. Tiger is just full of fucking good advice here. Steel wool with acetone to take off that paint. Tiger, Tiger. Soak it in a glass container. Oh, I see what you're saying. Voila! I have a Dremel tool, but it's too aggressive, man. It's very aggressive. Okay, I did just huff the acetone, Chris. Chris is notorious for asking me to smell things. You the best, Chris. Smell it, Bill. Smell it. I do have a Dremel tool here, but like I said, it's a little too aggressive for my taste. He says as he scrapes it with a razor blade. Can you guys how old and bust up is the medium nitro? That's my question. I have a .co grinder with Scotch Tape. Oh, see, now that would be awesome. I was at the hardware store the other day, and I love those finishing pads, those green ones, the Scotch Brites. But I'm like, dude, I'm gonna need a bunch of those. These things are fucking Dremel branded. They're like $5.39. I'm like, nah, that's just a little too pricey for my blood. Okay, well that worked on the stuff that was already stripped. It's not really getting through to this hardcore paint. By hand thread, rewrap by hand. Make your own thread with cotton. I think the most goofiest thing I've ever done, like from scratch, was all right, story time with Bill. Okay, somebody bought me a hot sauce, and it was like a little collection, like 3 different bottles of hot sauce, and one of them just had this incredible flavor, and it was like the best flavor ever, and I didn't even know what the flavor was that I loved about it. But I asked him, hey, dude, where did you buy that hot sauce? Do you remember the name of it? Because I think I threw out the bottle before I really realized how much I really love that hot sauce. So he's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. I bought it at like a convenience store in Texas when I went down. I don't remember what it was called. It's got to sit in acetone while you brush so it doesn't evaporate. Wrap the part in a napkin. Let it soak in the acetone. Okay, well, here we go. That is wrapped in a napkin. We'll go ahead and smother it in acetone. And if I don't have it right now, but get the 3M set up. Plus you can clean up, smooth out the molding lines. 3M, so like a 3M like Dremel brush kit, or I picked up this and where did I put it? Some bitch. Somewhere. Okay. These guys right here, unfortunately, does not fit in the little rotary tool that I have, aka the Dremel. This is probably going to be one of the most boringest lives, I think, because I'm not really doing any major dismantling, or it's just goofing around sanding. Oh, wow. Completely missed the thread. I love my DeWalt drill. Somebody mentioned I should have a clamp or a vise. Yeah. Maybe next time. I got some of it off. Blue pad, red pad, brown pad. Are you a aircraft mechanic, Tiger? Or do you Tiger 777? That sounds like it's a like a vintage plane. Yep. You know what's funny is this is the funniest shit I've ever heard. So I owned a pawn shop that specialized in tools, and we would have a lot of airline mechanics come down, and they would always be rating my snap-ons for like missing sockets and stuff. And one of them told me this story. He said, it's not a story. This is procedure. It's probably going to sound like nothing for you, but a lot of other people that probably never heard it. If you're working on an airplane and you close it up and you realize, holy shit, my one open-end wrench 10 millimeter is missing. You got to open it all back up again. You probably did all that. You got to find that wrench. That wrench does not get left behind. You got to redo your job and get that socket, that open-end wrench. Even if you lose like a 10 millimeter socket, you got to rip open the plane again. Dummy line, all tools. Some guys will actually have a second tool set. He said somebody had a second tool set where, in case they did that, they could just go replace it. Because I think they inspect your tools when you're done. They do a tool count just to make sure that you didn't close. Because I mean, they can fucking down a plane. Your ignorance, your laziness, losing a tool inside an airplane. I wonder if Tiger 77 is probably typing up a paragraph right now about that. But I found it so interesting that you got to be like surgical with your tools. You cannot leave your tools behind. Like it's I mean, it makes perfect sense, but it's just, you know, when we're doing our little backyard mechanic things, we're all proud of ourselves. Government job, commercial stuff, not really? All right. This guy was working for a air cargo here in Hawaii, and he said that they were pretty tight about the tools. I guess some hangars or workshops, some of them are a little tighter than others when it comes to certain regulations. But I mean, you got regulations like FAA regulations, probably pretty strict. Did you know that the ship that collapsed the bridge on the East Coast failed from a wrong installation on a wire pin on a relay? Wrong installation wire pin on a relay. Yeah, I believe it. I did not know. That was your question. I am not, I'll tell you guys right now, I am not a mechanically inclined person. There's a lot of things that I really want to do. One tiny wire. You don't want to leave a razor blade on a commercial aircraft. Oh, yeah, that too. All right, let's try, let's see if this thing did anything. It seems like it got through a little bit. Let's try the wire brush and see what it says. Put a little wetness on it. There we go. Ah, the coolness of acetone. The hide and seek champion, the 10 millimeter. What's the most used socket in aeronautics? Everybody yaps about the 10 millimeter here in Hawaii because everybody's got Japanese cars. You know what, 808 hooked, I don't really know what I've got. I've been off away from the shop since last week Sunday. Wait, no. What was the last day I worked? SAE for Boeing, metric for Airbus. What do you think the most common socket is? Hawaii hooked, I don't know what is going to be up for auction tomorrow, except for I think there is some really nice... there's some IRWs going to go be auctioned tomorrow. First generation ozones, if they're there at the shop. I haven't, like I said, I've been away for a day, away for a week now. What did I take off? I can't remember how many days I've been off now. It's been marvelous. Yeah. You know what? I'm sure that if I soaked it in the acetone, it would probably do the trick, but it didn't really. That light stuff, the light stuff worked really well. Like, it worked really well on this stuff. Do those have helo guides? I don't even know yet. A day is a week, and yeah, this is a job for the powder coater. So keep in mind, guys, all this little goofing around that I'm doing right now is all for nothing, because it's gonna be freaking blasted. The ozone's gonna be yours. Baking soda blast that painted stuff. You need baking soda to... This guy's pretty good. He's a powder coater, and he's got a good blasting case too. But yeah. Chris, don't make like, brah. You get all excited, you throw down a bid, and then as soon as the big dogs come out, you're like, well, I don't want to sleep outside the house tonight. Which I completely understand. Your DJ school. Where you going to DJ school now? All right, boys. Welcome to DJ school. The first thing we're going to teach you is DJ booth groupies. They love the DJ. That's cool, Chris. That's really cool, man. DJ booth groupies. Do's and don'ts. How not to be an asshole. It's customer service, bro. Especially if you're doing a wedding, forget about it. You could fuck up that whole night. Bah, the DJ we went hire, he was so shitty. He was playing all this like kind of rap and stuff. All we wanted was 5 hours of maole. Oh, nice. Did you play Naleo? Did they request it? Or did they sing? That's what I wonder. Like, you in a band, one popular Hawaiian band, and your daughter gets married. No, Chris, I know, bro. Cannot go wrong with Maole. Unless Micah G is in the crowd. Yeah. Oh, nice. They performed. Awesome, Chris. She flies with angels across the blue. What song did they sing, bro? They would sing every night. Every morning. Auntie, you can play Maole. Babe, I was in a pretty big Hawaiian band. You let me play Maole. All their hits. How long did they play for? Nice. Oh, so they did some covers, huh? All Hawaiian bands, they do covers. Half hour. That's, oh, hour half. That's cool, man. I saw just recently, I guess somebody in the music industry went passed away. And Pure Heart went reunite for the guy's funeral. You worked on a bunch of Hawaiian airplanes 2 years ago. Nice. Where are you out of, bro? What state are you out of? I'm going to guess you're out of Washington State. I guessed right. I've been to Washington 2 times. Once was to do the whole, we got to go to Seattle. And the second one was I went to Kennewick and watched Dave Matthews play at the Gorge. That was pretty cool. Okay, Chris. Aloha, brah. I'm almost pow. I wrap it up about an hour. Yep, still sanding, bro. But no worries. This is all like just for content. How I couldn't get in there? You know, let me try to work that a little bit. That's a little bit pitted. That actually cleans up really nice. That kind of like oxidization from the salt water contact. It's going to be sandblasted, bruh. This is all for a goof around kind, to be perfectly honest. The guy that's going to powder coat these parts is just going to sandblast it, get it down to bare metal. And I just went on a $200 spending spree on Amazon for some other goodies that we're going to play with while he's sandblasting. God, I don't even know how much I spent so far on this. Hey, guys, for real, leave a like on the video. Help me justify the budget. Leave a like on the video. And if you're just watching right now and you're not following us, could you please follow? Let me see some hearts right now. I need 1 heart for every dollar I spent on Amazon today. Drinking and supporting content. Thank you, JP. Drop some hearts, boys. Drop some hearts. More hearts. More hearts. Bro, if you're just death scrolling on YouTube these days and you come across like a live feed, like, you know, right now, you come across a live feed, man, there's some crazy stuff on lives. Like, there was this dude and a girl. They're like, every time they would get a heart or like a gift or something, they would do it. Ew, 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 ew. Oh my God. I watched it for at least 2 minutes though, to be perfectly honest. All right. Yeah, a lot of that cleans up pretty nice. I can't even remember what I was doing in 2007. Wasn't like 2000, no, 2000s was like the rise of 4chan. Yeah, DH, you know what I'm talking about. You saw it. Fucking. Hey, you know what? I mean, I'm not criticizing. Like, you do what you gotta do, bro. I mean, they hustling. I got respect for the hustle. Nah, you gotta respect the hustle, even though it's something that we would, as normal human beings, wouldn't do. But you gotta respect the hustle. This is just me. I mean, I guess you can call this a little bit of a hustle, but it gives me an excuse to like get my hands dirty and sand some shit. And you guys are invested now. Some of you guys have been watching every video. You're invested. There's 25 people watching right now. You're invested. You want to see what the end result is. You want to see the end result. You're wondering, what is Bill gonna do with this reel? My HD is screaming. Get him a kid. Tiger. Hey, brother. I hear you, man. I hear you. It's I'm just going all over the place, man. No rhyme, no reason. When was the last time you hand sand something, man? Got your hands dirty, Tiger. I know you're spoiled by all the power tools. Just got in there and just did something. You do it all day? You hand sand too? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I apologize, man. I tell you what, um, I used to all of our customers back at the pawn shop that we specialized in tools. I knew how to manipulate my customers. Um, if we were working on a project and we were kind of stumped, we would just wait until one of our regulars came in and explain to them like what we have going on, like and what problem we have. The next thing you know, an hour later, the guy just came in to check out the tools. An hour later, he did it. He finished the job, not charging us. He just freaking did it for us. We would always just like get free work done. Mechanical for everyday stuff. I think the first time I tried this with something where I needed to sand off paint or whatever, I tried not a grinder, but like a wire wheel brush. I think we do D808. I think we do. Check our fly materials on our website, HiFishGear.com, bro. But I tried a wire wheel and it was just super aggressive, man. Like really too aggressive, and I didn't have that kind of skill, and I was just jacking things up. I figure I can't do a whole too much damage. Just taking off some of the oxidization and stuff. Hey, but Tiger 77 Tiger, brass wheels are soft. Bro, I brought a brass wheel, and it was just crazy aggressive. Okay, so Tiger, here's my thing. If you want to see a restoration, this guy's working on a 1970s Nissan Z. His YouTube channel is called My Mechanics. It's no talking. It's just him doing. He's got all the machinist tools. It is just like it's restoration corn, if you know what I mean. Pneumatic grinder with a 3M. Ah, man. Next round, bro. I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna get busy with some grind buffing pads. Let me see real quick. I think I have lighter. This one's pretty aggressive. That's an 80 grit. Yeah, I think it is a Nissan. I'm not sure if it's a Fair Lady. Yeah. Oh, bro, you guys really gotta see it. Write it down so you don't forget. My Mechanics, but don't leave right now, okay? My Mechanics on YouTube. The guy is just. I've shown it while we're at the shop. I got YouTube on a big TV. I'll show it to people, and the next thing you know, we've been watching it for 30 minutes. All right, let's see. That's an 800 grit. I want it to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. That's 5,000. That's 1,200. There's 150. Tiger, I know the reason for that, by the way. The reason for that is we are closer to Japan than we are to the US. And up to a certain point, bruh, Toyotas hold their freaking value. That's an 80 grit. Let me see. Let's try 150. Okay, guys, we just hit an hour. I'm going to mess around. These are going to go off to the powder coater. I have a 2003 Toyota Tacoma. Brand new. Lifted. No, it's not lifted. 200 probably work better. Let me just dip that in some water real quick. Get the pad on a little more centered. We'll give Tiger a little bit of this. Ah, come on. Kind of awkward shapes. That stuff really doesn't like when I put it on a round surface. Chucked up in a variable speed Dremel. You know what? That I none of the bits fit in my Dremel, bro. I should have bought a kit. It had a nice little kit. It was like $13, $14 on fucking Amazon. I got a 95 pickup and an 05 Taco. Nice. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up about here. Didn't really accomplish much other than making some new friends on YouTube. Tiger, I appreciate all your input. D808. If you haven't already subscribed, D808, you better. You friends now. Oh, you sub right on. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, which is a pretty remarkable feat for my genre of fishing. Not really fishing, talking about fishing. So these parts are going to go off to the powder coater. Going to mail them out to him tomorrow. He's going to try working on it before he goes on. He leaves on a plane for a job. So he's hoping to get them done by next week and get them back in the mail to me. So I think probably next week Well, today is what? Friday. Friday. We'll do maybe over the weekend if I have some time. I'll do the small parts. A lot of the brass parts, I'll clean them up. They've been degreasing for a little while. So I got some parts I need to clean up a little bit. We'll probably buff them out. Make them look all snazzy and pretty before we put them back in this body. But if you guys want to see how bad the reel looked before I started, on our channel, you'll see part 1. There was a tablespoon of sand in this reel. And it was pretty gross. And it haven't really completed anything yet, but I tell you right now, it is going to look effing beautiful. And maybe I'll start a new series of tricking out reels with all the stuff that I bought. Okay. Mahalo, everybody. Traveler Flies. D808. I don't know if JP is still watching. I appreciate all the input, everybody. Like I said, I'm not too proud to take advice. I'm humble enough to know that I'm not the best craftsman, but I'm eager to learn, and I appreciate every new episode. I've gotten some great advice. Now I know that acetone works pretty good. All right, everybody. Aloha. That's a shaka. There's the thumb. There's the pinky. Aloha.